This is Central Texas Living with Ann Harder.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ann Harder. Welcome to Central Texas Living, the podcast. We are in the time of the summer where we're in the oven and not a whole lot going on past 4th of July activities, but there is a fun first-time event we want to tell you about today. It is the Rockin Luau Dinner and Dance. I'm going to set this up so you can see it. It is a fun event you're going to want to put on your calendar. It benefits a couple of important nonprofits in Waco, and here to tell us more is the organizer of all this, Baylor's Assistant Director of Wellness, Fitness, and Nutrition, Van Davis. Van, this is your third time on this podcast. We came to figure it out.
And I just love it. I love talking with you. I love this environment. And aloha to you and to all of our viewers and listeners.
And to you. You, to me, are the little Energizer Bunny. I mean, anywhere all over town, there's something going on, and you're there either supporting Baylor sports or you're there. You're a part of it. But back in February, at the Valentine's dance we went to, the morticians were playing at, and you pulled me aside and said, I have this dream that I want to have a party in the summer, and it is happening.
It is going to be a party and a half. A luau. I mean, what better way for the summer to be at a luau? Right?
Sure.
And like you mentioned, there's really not a lot going on this summer. And it's the first time since COVID that we get to be together. And I want to make sure that we can do that with a great band and two great charities that we're going to be raising the money for. What better way to come together?
Well, it's going to be a fun event. It's going to be very family friendly.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about that.
Well, first of all, there'll be no alcohol. And I know that some people would like to have alcohol so they can really party. But to me, family is more important. And also, too, if the music is good, the food is great, maybe one night we can do without alcohol.
Well, and of course, the Morticians. Let's talk a little bit about this. This is an iconic band in Central Texas. One of the most long-standing, I want to say the oldest, although some of the members might say, yeah, we probably are the oldest.
Mature.
They're mature. But they've been performing since the 60s. I think they got started in one of the high schools, maybe it was Richfield. I'm not even sure. But they've been performing, covering those great classics, and now doing a lot of stuff from the 80s. They've kind of moved forward. But what a great way for kids to begin to, become more aware and familiar with that great music too.
That's right. Be familiar with their parents and grandparents' sounds, and it's all very wholesome, and that's also very important.
Yeah. Well, the impetus was was a birthday, right?
It's
birthday
a birthday
and a retirement.
Yes, a big 6-0 for me. So I thought, instead of just doing dinner and gathering, which is friends and families, I thought, what a better way to bring the community together and then to be able to do something great for a couple of charities. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's a great way to celebrate, and it's the kind of thing that you told me you would like to see it happen year after year.
Yes, if we can make this a successful event, it will be successful, and I want the whole community to come out and support that. Then we can do it every summer. We can have a Rockin Luau, and it could be like a standing and look forward to it and be able to, break the summer heat and come indoors and just really celebrate together and families and doing good work for the community.
Well, you'd asked me to be a part of the founding committee, and so I've kind of gotten a little behind the scenes look into all the planning that's gone into it. And you have a great little committee that's been working hard. You've done, I think, their yeoman's share of the work, but we've got Penley Party Productions is helping out with some of the things that we need, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, the setup, the tables and chairs, and they're also helping us with some decorations. They're throwing in some decorations for us, so it's going to look very festive. We've got a great sponsorship from the Mullet Man, which is Dina Dwyer's son, who has a big YouTube following with his hunting and his just mainly hunting. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So I look forward to meeting him and for for his company to be a part of this event. And we're definitely looking for more sponsors. So the more sponsors we have, the more money we can raise for Caritas and the Family Abuse Center. So the more, the better.
Yeah, two very important agencies here in Central Texas. And, the summertime, everything does sort of shut down. But the work they do never shuts down.
That's right. And one thing I forgot, I think KXXV is also helping us out with a media sponsor.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, KXXV is the media sponsor for this event, and we have a spot that Todd Unger, who is their primetime news anchor, he's going to be emceeing the event with me. And it was fun to go back to the station and do the promo for that.
Well, to see you in the promo video doing the hula, that will be a great sight to see when it comes out.
Okay, well, let's talk about dancing, because I could take some hula lessons. But you have been so involved in the community, and you were part of the Dancing with the Waco Stars. So let's talk a little bit about that's kind of how you got involved. More or less with the morticians, right?
Well, no, actually, the mortician and I have gone way, way back. For many years, they used to do a Valentine's dance. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
At the convention center?
Yeah, hamburger supper.
Yeah, so we would go every year, and we, of course, knew the Smiths, Alan, the lead singer, and Buddy and Paulette, and have been a great supporter of them. And Buddy used to be the director of Caritas.
Correct.
So I was always, doing food drives for Caritas and all of that. So we go back many years. And then in 2016, I was asked to participate in the Dancing with the Waco Stars for the Family Abuse Center. Well, that I love to dance,
yes.
But I love to dance when there's just music and just dance freestyle, not the technical pointing your toes and
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was a struggle for me.
I did that event too.
Right.
The first year
It
they
was
did
hard.
it.
I remember
and
you.
danced the salsa, and I was so out of my element. It was not even. I was so nervous.
Well,
to do that. Were you nervous?
I was nervous in a sense that I'm doing something that is out of my comfort zone.
Exactly.
I was not nervous to be on stage. I don't
right.
mind that part, but to remember that 1, 2, 3. When to turn, when to spin.
And it wasn't that long a thing. It was just it gave you a lot of appreciation for the big Dancing with the Stars on ABC. What goes into
they were amazing, right? And then we did not spend a lot of time, but the time that we did spend, it was teaching me to do something that I've never done before. One,
Right.
When they told me I was going to do a rumba.
Oh, a rumba, yeah.
A rumba. I didn't even know what that was. I turned to my partner and I go, what is that?
I would have preferred a rumba to a salsa.
But we did both. We did rumba for half and salsa for the other half. So I prefer the salsa, but I couldn't move that fast. But anyway, it was fun. And I actually ended up winning the Dance with the Waco Stars in 2016. And luckily for me, it was not based upon the dancing. It was based on how much money you were able to bring in.
Right.
So I brought in the most money. So I do have a big trophy in my living room for that.
Beautiful trophy, yeah. It's a great event. Of course, COVID had shut down so many fun events.
That's
so many
right.
things that have kind of hampered things. And that's why it's exciting to see this Rockin Luau dinner and dance come about, because I think folks are looking for things to go and do and have some fun.
Yes, and I think, it can serve all those things that you mentioned, bringing people together, having fun, great food. I can't wait for the food.
Oh, let's talk about the food.
Yes, and we put together the menu. So
I know.
So if people did not like the menu, they can blame Anne.
Well, not
totally.
entirely, because we had a theme.
That's right.
And if you got a theme, you're halfway there. But you want to talk about that?
Yes, we are going to have Caribbean jerk chicken.
Yep.
That's what it's called. Mm-hmm. And cilantro lime rice, green beans almondine, cranberry walnut salad, corn souffle.
Yeah, this is from the chicken, right?
The chicken place in Mahia makes the
and
best corn souffle.
I said, there will be a riot if you don't have him bring the.
That's right.
The corn souffle.
And then they have the best the dinner rolls.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh,
That's
to
gonna
die
be,
for.
So it's it's a little more elaborate meal than
Yes.
a hamburger, which hamburgers are good, but it's going to be more the theme, and it is going to be an event. It's going to be an evening of a nice dinner and dance and some fun things too.
Yes, we're going to be usually when you go to a dinner dance during the band break, there's really nothing going on. But we have the two great MC who will be making sure the band breaks are filled with events and activities. I'm going to be teaching a Rockin Luau dance.
Really?
So I've been practicing a little bit.
All right, now you got to tell me.
The Rockin Luau is a tradition Hawaiian dance. It's actually a dance of a village, fisherman village, and we're going to do a Rockin Luau dance. It's not that difficult.
Okay.
So I'll teach it, and we are going to do it together. It'll be so much fun, and you're going to be on stage with me. You and
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, and Todd,
So
yeah.
with Todd, and we'll do that together. So that will be a part of it. We'll have a fashion show too. Prior to the band playing, Roxana, Couture by Roxana, has put together this collection, and it's a recyclable collection. And I saw that with my own eyes a couple of weeks ago. She had put together a bride and groom, a dress for the bride, and a groom tuxedo, and it's made out of plastic and water bottles.
Really?
So amazing. So I'm excited to see that and have everybody see the collection. And we're going to also have some raffles going on throughout the night. Just a lot of things going. Limbo contests as well.
Well, you got to have that at a
of
luau.
course, yes. So lots going on, and I think it's going to be a huge fun from 5:30 all the way to 10 o'clock when we finish.
Well, it's going to be delightful. It's going to be a lot of fun. As I mentioned, here we are, sort of in the heat of the summer, and your work has always been in fitness and nutrition and staying healthy. And when it gets hot like this, it's just so easy just to sit on the couch and watch TV. So let's talk a little bit. Share your expertise with us about how we can continue to stay fit, even though the heat is on.
Well, I love the summer. I love that we have more of the daylight to do the things that we want to do. It's nothing like leaving work and then the sun's down, right? So during the summer, if you need to work out outdoors, and I would encourage people to get outside, whether it's for a walk, cycling with your friends and family, but to make sure we do it at a time that it's conducive for our bodies. And that's early in the morning. Try to avoid between 10 and 4 p.m. So after work is a great time. We have sunlight until after 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
So 7 o'clock, when I walk my little puppy, my daughter's little puppy, at about 7:30, 8 o'clock, it is wonderful outside. So make sure we do it at the right time that is not so hot. And then the other thing is make sure we hydrate ourselves. It's been recommended that we intake about 4 to 8 ounces of water throughout the workout every 15, 20 minutes. And if you're going to work out more than an hour, make sure that we have plenty of water, and maybe taking some sports drink might be great for electrolytes and potassium.
Right. Yeah, there are certain mixes now that you can add to your water bottle that helps you with hydration. Are those good? Are those worth
Those are
the money?
great, but
Because some are sort of expensive.
Right. But the main thing is if you're working out like half an hour or less, water is just fine. It's those if you're running a long race or
I play tennis, and we'll play
for
3
hours.
sets,
Yep.
and it'll be 2.5 hours that
Yeah.
we will be playing. It generally early enough in the morning, but I have found I get home and I am just exhausted.
Yeah. Well,
And a lot of it, I think, has to do with humidity. There's not much you can do about that.
the humidity and also exerting the energy and the loss of your nutrition too. Being out there for 2 hours, even though the sun is not coming down on you, you're still getting the heat
Oh, yeah.
from the night before. And tennis is a tough sport. I say that, and last time we talked about it, that's one sport I'm not great at, but it's a great activity. And so make sure that anything more than an hour to replace your potassium and electrolytes by, intaking the sports drinks and the mix that you have with the water.
Yeah, I think what's important is if you're doing something that you love and doing something that's fun, if exercise is a sort of a chore, that it's not going to be something you'll want to do.
Then find definitely find something that you enjoy doing. Yeah. And it might be coming to a luau and dance, right? With great music.
Well, we'll be indoors.
Exactly, indoors. But the main thing is really, I always tell people, if you do not enjoy what you do, then it becomes work. It becomes something that you have to do, and you don't look forward to it. Find something that you enjoy, that you can look forward to doing again tomorrow and the next day, and then you can carry out that habit throughout your journey versus I'm only doing this for 2 weeks and I don't like it, then I stop. So there's a lot of
and
things.
I look at the summertime as a way to, really to work on your fitness level, as we go into the fall and winter when we have more sickness and so forth, and everybody's kind of concerned about new variants of COVID and all that sort of thing. But I think people's fitness level is going to help them to weather, some of these viruses.
I've heard more from people who would call or text or email and say, "Hey, Van, I've really gained a lot of weight over, COVID.
Yeah.
And what can I do?" And the main thing I always tell them is, one, again, find something that you can go back to and begin to move our body. The main thing is to move this body. And to me, don't be too much concerning about how many calories you can lose or the reps and the modality. Just find something to move our bodies, because for the last year and a half we have not been moving too much. So just moving right now would be a great goal to set for yourself, and then you can start looking at what you're eating and how often you're working out and what type of program you're doing. But to start out, just move whatever it is that's best for you. And also talking about working out in the summer month is to make sure that we wear something that's breathable. There's a lot of material out there, the fabric out there that's very breathable. The sweat wicking material.
Right, and some of it will screen the rays, the
Exactly.
harmful rays as
And
well.
the bright color shirts will also do that, will reflect the sunlight. That would be great. And then also, I just read about this the other day. I'm not a runner, but if you like to run, they say to even take a cold shower before you go out for a run.
Before you go out? Really?
And then wet your hair. That way your body temperature is
cool.
cooler. And when you go out, it's going to take longer for your body to heat up. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That is a great suggestion.
Especially for
Wow.
guys, they
Yeah.
could just go in there, wet their hair, and no big deal. For us women, we want to make sure we look a little bit nicer when we're out there jogging, right?
Oh, well. At any rate, that's interesting. That's a great
I thought
idea.
that was
Well,
cool.
as you say, a dinner and a dance, though, what a fun way to kind of mark the late weeks of July. This is going to be the 24th of July, a Saturday evening. A Waco Athletic Center. Let's talk about where that is. I'm not sure I've been to that.
That is
location.
actually on 800 Schroeder Drive. And if you were to be on Highway 6 between Central Texas Mall and Richland Mall, is kind of like right in the middle on Industrial Imperial Drive. Once you put that address on the GPS, it's not difficult to get there, but you can't see it by looking from Highway 6.
All right. You can dance like a dashboard hula girl. You don't want to dance like Ann Harder on the commercial. Trust me.
You want to have fun like Ann Harder.
We are having fun. Eat like Elvis at an all-night Honolulu buffet. Enjoy an evening as perfect as Jack Lord's Pompadour. You are having too much fun. How can folks get tickets?
Well, the easiest way is a lot of people know about Eventbrite.
Eventbrite,
And you just have to, in the search, just type in Rockin Luau, and it'll pull up our event. Or you can pay with Venmo. That's a lot of people are doing now, and there's no fees attached for the receiver and the giver. And all you have to do is the Venmo is at Dana DANA BOHN-1. So you just go over there and you can just pay for your ticket, and also email ddbohn07@gmail.com to let Dana know, who will be the person in charge of the tickets and the money, to let her know how many tickets you're buying, and then go pay with it that way. And you can always email me at van_davis@baylor.edu if you have any questions, and I can send you the link. That would be the easiest way to do that.
And the cost is very reasonable.
$40. $40 for to have a meal with that menu.
Yeah.
It's alone $40. And then on top of that, you're going to get to dance, you get to hear great music, and the mortician has a great following here in
Oh,
the
yeah, no
community.
question about
so
it.
just to come out and listen to them with a great dinner, and also knowing that you're going to help Caritas of Waco and the Family Abuse Center, that alone right there is worth more than $40 a person.
Okay, so there's no website or any other place that they could go to get
No,
tickets?
we will, no, not to get the tickets. We will be putting together a Facebook page event for this event, and then there'll be a link that they can just click on that. So it's going to be Rockin Luau Facebook page.
All right, and that's going to be wonderful. Well, it is always a delight to have you, Van, and I'm so glad that you thought of doing this. I'm so glad you're having a birthday.
You're the first person I thought of. And we need Ann on this committee because you talked about me earlier, but you do so much for our community too, and you know so many people. If we just get Ann's friends to just come to this event, we'll fill up the whole event.
Well, it'll be a joy. It'll be a lot of fun, and we will try to sell a lot of tickets and have a lot of folks there. What do you have a maximum number you're looking at?
We have about 300 tickets, and that's not a lot of tickets at all. So if you want to attend this event, make sure you try to get your hands on the tickets ASAP.
Get them early. All right, again, for July 24th, Rockin Luau. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to rocking it.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. And I can't wait to see you and party with you on the 24th and everybody who will be joining us.
Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Aloha, friends. Want to get swept away to a Hawaiian luau without the 20-hour flight?
You're in luck. Just follow the glow of the tiki torches to the Rockin Luau Dinner and Dance.
Saturday, July 24th from 5:30 to 10 p.m. at the Waco Athletic Center on Schroeder Drive.
Only $40 buys you a ticket to dance the hula and enjoy a Hawaiian feast.
Also featuring music by the Morticians. Join us for a night of fun at the Rockin Luau Dinner and Dance. Central Texas Living is part of the Rogue Media Network family. Be sure to check out their other shows at roguemedianetwork.com. Please rate us 5 stars on iTunes and anywhere else you get your podcasts. Join us again soon for more Central Texas Living, the podcast.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.